All right, today we're going to dive into something really cool in the world of beekeeping. How to take a box of bees, yes, a literal box of bees, and turn it into a thriving new colony. It's a fundamental skill, and we're going to walk through exactly how it's done step by step. So here's our game plan. First, we'll figure out what packaged bees even are. Then, we'll get their new home ready. After that, the main event, moving them in. And finally, we'll cover the crucial follow-up care that makes sure they succeed. Let's jump in. First up, what in the world are we actually talking about when we say packaged bees? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like, but the details are what make this whole method so smart. Think of it like a starter kit for a brand new colony. You get this ventilated box that has everything the bees need for a fresh start. You get the queen, who's kept separately in her own little cage, thousands of worker bees, and even a can of sugar syrup so they have food for the trip. And we're not talking about just a handful of bees here. A standard package comes with about 1.25 kilograms of worker bees. That is a ton of bees, all ready and waiting to build a brand new home from scratch. Okay, so this slide really gets to the heart of why you'd use packaged bees. The biggest advantage? No honeycomb. See, old honeycomb can carry diseases. By shipping the bees without it, you're guaranteeing a clean, healthy start. It's kind of like how a natural swarm leaves its old home behind to start completely fresh somewhere new. All right, so you've ordered your bees. Awesome, but you can't just have thousands of bees show up at your doorstep with nowhere to go, right? In beekeeping, getting everything ready beforehand is absolutely everything. So here's what you need to have ready before the bees arrive. The most important thing here is that frame of open brood. Now, this is a total pro tip. That brood releases pheromones that basically scream, "This is a safe home," to the new bees. It's like putting out a welcome mat that encourages them to stick around. Okay, here we go. This is the main event, moving day for the bees. We're going to talk through exactly how you get them from that travel box into their permanent new home. The whole process might sound a little intense, but really, you can boil it down to just 5 key steps. If you follow these in order, you're setting yourself and your bees up for a really smooth transition. First things first, you gotta calm everyone down, including yourself. You're going to take a spray bottle with some light sugar water and just give the package a gentle spritz. It does 2 things. One, it gives them a little snack, but more importantly, it gets them busy cleaning themselves instead of flying all over the place. Now pay close attention, because this next part is maybe the single most important detail in this whole process. Inside the package, you'll find the queen in her tiny cage. One end of that cage is plugged with a sugar candy. That's the end you're going to open when you place her in the hive. So why the candy? What's the magic here? Well, it's all about a slow introduction. It forces the worker bees to spend a couple of days eating through that candy to free her. During that time, they get used to her scent, her pheromones, and they accept her as their queen. If you just popped her out right away, chaos. They might see her as an invader. This little trick is absolutely key. So the queen is in place. She's getting acquainted. But what about the other, thousands of bees still in the box? How in the world do you get them all in there? It sounds like it would be complicated, but it's actually surprisingly simple. You're not going to believe how simple this is. You literally just pour them in. Yep. You take out the feeder can, turn the box over the open hive, and give it a firm shake. The bees will fall out in a big cluster right over the frames in the queen's cage, and they'll naturally start to gather around her. And don't forget, this brand new colony is starting with absolutely nothing. 0 food reserves, no honey, no pollen. They are completely dependent on you to give them that first meal. So you've got to provide a food source right away so they have the energy to start building their new home. All right, the bees are in, the hive is closed, job done, right? Well, not quite. The next few days are absolutely crucial. The follow-up care you provide now is what really makes the difference between a colony that struggles and one that thrives. So here's what you're looking at for the next week or so. After just 2 or 3 days, you're going to do a super quick check. Just pop the top and make sure the queen is out of her cage. That's it. Then after about a week to 10 days, they should really be settling in, building comb, and acting like a proper colony. And there you have it, the whole process, from a box to a buzzing hive. What looks super intimidating at first is actually a really straightforward and honestly, an amazing experience. So the only real question left is, what are you waiting for?